This is called a switch box, a switch panel, a fuse panel, a breaker box. What's more properly known as an electrical distribution panel. It's what takes the electricity on the main line coming into the house and then breaks it out and breaks it apart and sends it all to the different rooms and different appliances within the house. They almost all have some little lever that releases the front door, or either screws or a handle, and slides it open. It uses a heavy piece of 3-wire. It means it has a neutral, a ground, and then 2 hot wires. They're usually about as big around as your finger and made of aluminum, but in our case we have a piece of 10-3 copper. Power is going to come in from the top, and it's going to connect to our 2 hot legs here, 2 bus bars. One connects and powers up these little lugs, another side connects and powers these lugs. Our grounds and our neutrals actually both go together and touch over here on our ground neutral bar. Sometimes you'll see 2 of these in panels, and if you have 2 of them, you put all your neutrals on one bar and put all your grounds on another. That's in a more modern system. It's a little safer and a little less likely to shock you. So, place a wire under a lug. And tighten. Place another hot wire under a lug. And tighten. Take our neutral and our ground together. Bring them over to any one of the screws that's there. I'm going to put a little bend in. It's a little easier to handle. Place them under a screw. And tighten. For this project, you're going to need a number 3 flathead screwdriver. You need one where you can put a little oomph behind it. Generally try to get these absolutely as tight as you can. Sometimes you'll see hex head screws and bolts in here that you'll need a hex key to tighten them up with. Almost always in a house with the aluminum, we put a little lubricant between the 2 of them and grease. It's non-conductive and helps keep the wires from expanding and contracting so much, because when that happens, it causes these screws to loosen up. And if that happens, you get the electricity jumping back and forth, you get an arc. If you get an arc, you get heat. When you get heat, you get fire. When you get fire, you killed your baby sister and burned the house down again. So we have our supply wire coming in. It's got 2 hot wires, a ground and a neutral. The ground and the neutral go under the ground neutral bar. One of the hot wires goes on one of the lugs and powers up one side of these connections to these lugs. Another hot wire comes in, goes under this lug and connects to connect to it. And these are where your breakers will attach later. So now, film yourself wiring up an electric distribution panel. Be sure to narrate where the grounds and neutrals go and narrate where the 2 hot wires go. Upload back to Google Classroom.